R stands by the stakes prepared for building a pen. In his hands is a heavy hammer, but he hesitates. Near the camp lie the 3 wolves he took as puppies years ago. They are free. There are no walls around them, yet they do not leave for the forest. R asks himself a question that will change history. Why does the predator stay, but the prey must be locked up? Historical fact: the psychological barrier. In that era, humans spent 40% of their energy building and maintaining shelters. R realizes if he builds a pen, he becomes a slave to that pen. He will have to carry grass to the animals. He looks at the wolves and understands. They are held not by a cage, but by profit, food, and safety. R pulls the first stake from the ground and throws it into the fire. He decides to build a wall, not of wood, but of habit.
But how do you bind a fearful goat that lacks the pack instinct of a dog? R uses body chemistry. In the Ice Age, herbivores suffer from severe salt starvation. There is almost no sodium in plants, yet it is critically needed for the nervous system. For a goat, salt is a drug for which it will risk death. R orders the tribe to urinate on porous stones around the campsite. The sharp scent of ammonia and salts spreads with the wind. Wild Bezoar goats emerge from the darkness. The thirst for sodium suppresses their fear. They begin to greedily lick the stones, literally at the hunter's feet. R forbids killing them. He gives them their first dose, creating an addiction stronger than chains.
However, the smell of the herd attracts not only goats. At night, true predators, cave lions, approach the camp. In the wild, the herd would scatter in panic, losing the weak. But tonight, something unprecedented happens. R, his people, and the 3 tamed wolves step out to meet the lions. They create a noise shield. Screams, fire, howls. The lions retreat. The goats, huddled together behind the backs of the humans, receive a powerful imprint. It is safe next to this biped. R concludes a biological contract with them. I will take some of you for food, but I will let no one else touch you. The herd is small, about 40 head, but even they are difficult to manage. Large males with huge horns are aggressive. They try to headbutt the humans, defending their territory. Previously, a hunter would kill the weak or sick to save energy. R does the opposite. He kills the strongest, proudest, and most aggressive leaders. R knows nothing of genetics, but he conducts a brutal selection. By killing the aggressive ones, he prevents them from passing their genes to offspring. Only the cowardly, infantile individuals with low stress hormone levels remain alive. In just a few generations, this will change their physiology. Brains will shrink, horns will shorten, and temperaments will soften. R creates animals convenient for man. The tribe sets off, following the migration of their small herd. They step out into the open mammoth steppe. It is an ocean of tough, dry grass. For a human, this is starvation. Our single-chambered stomach cannot digest cellulose. We cannot extract energy from grass. But the goat can. In its complex stomach, Billions of bacteria ferment the grass, turning it into proteins and fatty acids. R realizes the goat is not just food, it is a living converter. It turns useless grass into valuable meat. By following the herd, humans plug into the sun's infinite energy resource.
Winter in the steppe is severe. Frosts reach -40. The rivers are frozen to the bottom. Tons of snow lie all around. Yet the tribe suffers from thirst. Why don't they eat the snow? To turn ice into water inside the stomach, the body spends a colossal amount of thermal energy. Eating snow quickly leads to deep hypothermia and death. Snow must be melted, but there are no trees in the steppe, no firewood, no fire. The people find themselves in an icy trap. Water is all around, but a sip of this water kills. The only warm liquid available without fire is the goat's udder. Out of desperation, people begin to drink it. Consequences are catastrophic. In all adult mammals and ancient humans, the gene for lactase production shuts off after childhood. Milk for them is a toxin. An epidemic begins in the camp. Severe diarrhea and bloating finish off those who are already dehydrated. The weak die in agony. But R sees a strangeness. The children survive, and some adults too. A random mutation allows them to digest milk. This is an evolutionary bottleneck. Only those biologically compatible with the herd survive. Years of nomadism change the tribe's structure of thinking. They have stopped building houses. Their home is poles and hides that can be assembled in an hour. They have no land of their own. The land belongs to the herd, and the people belong to the path. A nomad cannot be rich in things. Anything that cannot be carried in one's hands is trash. Therefore, they do not create ceramics or heavy statues. Their culture withdraws into oral traditions, songs, and knowledge of the stars. They have become poor in property, but incredibly mobile. Migration brings them to a river floodplain bordering the forest. Other people live here, the forest peoples. They live as our ancestors did thousands of years ago, hunting, fishing, gathering. They have sturdy semi-dugouts, stocks of firewood and dried fish. They live in warmth. The meeting of two cultures takes place on the border of forest and steppe. The forest hunters come out with spears, defending their grounds. Ours people, dirty, weathered, soaked in the smell of manure, look at them from behind the backs of their goats. No words are needed. The gazes speak of the abyss between them. Ours people see the smoke of the hearths. They see the forest women wearing ornaments, not heavy hides. They see children playing, not working as shepherds. Black envy wakes in the hearts of the nomads. They are tired of the wind, the cold, and the eternal movement. The foresters look at ours herd, 50 head of meat that doesn't run away. They see wealth. An opportunity for exchange arises.
but there is no trust.
R understands they cannot stay here long. His herd, though small, quickly tramples the grass on the narrow strip of the bank. Overgrazing begins. If they do not leave tomorrow, the goats will start to starve and get sick. They must go back to the cold steppe. But a rebellion is brewing in the tribe. Many refuse to go. They want to stay here, near the forest people, build huts and live in warmth, using the herd as a food reserve. R understands if they stay, they lose their mobility. The forest people will eventually kill them or absorb them. R. At dawn, R stands before his people. The herd bleats, sensing the nervousness of the humans. R has two paths. Both are deadly. Path A, the split. Leave some of the people, the weakest and most tired, and half the herd here. Let them try to establish contact and trade with the forest peoples. R will leave with the rest into the steppe. Risk, the remaining group is too small, only 5 or 6 people. The forest people could easily slaughter them and the goats. R loses half his capital and people. Hope, a chance to create the first trade factory and alliance. Path B, the exodus. Leave no one behind. Force everyone, even the sick and discontent, to stand up and walk into the cold steppe. Risk, people are on the verge of mutiny. Someone might die on the way from exhaustion. This is tyranny. Hope, preservation of the tribe's strength and unity. The nomadic empire will survive, but at the cost of the hatred of its own people. What is more important, saving the people or saving the path? Vote, split, or exodus.